eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
This guy blew Alistair Crowley's mind, by the way. Did you hear that? What I just said? Talking about the person who's talking there.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
Blew Lacey's mind off.
Rage against the
Right off.
of the light.
Because this guy was much better at poetry than Alistair Crowley. Much better. Much better at poetry and writing than Alistair Crowley. That's right. How about that? Anyway, so this is about Dylan Thomas and the continuity of narrative and how it's on the cusp, if not already lost and gone. When there's no continuity or appreciation of a narrative, then we're fucked, literally. I'm talking from like an older generation type of thing. Can't help it, but I'm a bit older than people may think, or than the people who it's not their fault, but people are gonna have to get used to adapting some sort of narrative apart from like the day-to-day thing. There's a continuity that goes on beyond people's lives, and each person's got to realise that. I've realised it, and there's no reason why anyone else shouldn't. And that's like not from a family sort of thing. Just a continuity of mind.
The actual sentences which the poet writes.
Yeah. Oh, right. Dylan Thomas. Yeah, brilliant Welsh poet. And the reason why I mention him is because Mayor of East Town, Kate Winslet. Yeah, notice these things when they go past on the bus. Same as that one there. Love that dog feeling. Hey. We'll get you back on the road. Hopefully soon. Because, I'm not an arse really about the cars. What am I about? Oh yeah, continuity and narrative and how it's becoming lost. And this narrative is not just mine, it's everyone's. That's it. Not many people can recognise this or put it into words or kind of convey this to a wider audience without getting shut down. Which I have been. I've been shadow banned. And they had their eyes on me. Who are they? I know who they are. And people want to question. Just backtrack on a few videos and you'll probably get the gist of what, or the hint of what I've mentioned. And it's kind of not their fault either anymore. Because what they've done, sneakily enough, they blame shifted. Surprise, surprise. Onto the nearest and dearest of a person of whom finds out this type of stuff. And most likely the narc in them comes alive. Really alive. Or not, and they just are blank. Not comprehending. It's not their fault, but they can't comprehend why I went so mad in the first place, and why I kicked up a fuss about finding out something about what people are doing to people It doesn't include me, that's the thing. Well, it kind of does, yeah. Yeah, it does now. But, it's what I put myself in the position of. And that's the firing line, basically, of these people. Did that years ago. Right in the A6, yeah. Outside. Giving out my address and stuff like that. So if anyone out there can comprehend slightly the position that I put myself in years and years ago, I've got used to it now. Could have anyone walk in at any time. If you can at all put yourself in that position, that I'd everything to gain, nothing to lose, but because I'd done quite a bit already, and I wanted to keep that, some sort of way, preserve a narrative of some kind. But noticed that it was just being quashed as much as it possibly could be. And this narrative wasn't particularly special in any way. It's just a narrative. Yet, it drew attention from people who just wanted to quash it. And only now it's becoming visible to people to comprehend. Most people can't. Like that Sam guy says, most people born beyond, I don't know, he goes a bit far in 1990. I don't know, but like millennials just haven't got a clue. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. But they just do not have any compassion. They don't. It's not their fault. It's not like, I'm not criticising them. But they can't understand, look. I'm only fucking 86. And do you know what I did years ago? I basically found out for years running beforehand that a group of people, quite a large group, this cult, cult group, one of the biggest in the world, almost above governmental level of mind control. I caught them doing some sneaky tricks, and I caught them all out, and I'm not part of them. See? And I'm getting up my dress. Now, for 1 second, can you just imagine the position I put myself in when I did that on YouTube, thinking it was going to be, I was going to get shot to bits, or something was going to happen, and because of the revelation. Nothing. Apart from what lots of people noticing, because I sent directly to the people responsible, funny enough. It's quite strange. Also, I did try and keep as much as possible on Google, Gmail, because they wanted me to go on a hush. Well, I did quite a few on Hushmail, but all that's gone now, because they operated just on Hushmail, yeah. And so I just prefer to keep it all out in the open, Google Mail. Okay, well, why are you going on Hushmail, you fucking weirdos? Anyway. But yeah, found them out. I'm getting really cocky now again, because what I did, I tell you what it did to me, like when you put your life on the line and shit. I felt really high, and I didn't have any drugs. I felt fucking mega high. Yeah, I looked like I was on all sorts of drugs. Just because of the intensity, really, of the position that I put myself in, if you can possibly think. On the A6, 1019, Stockport Road, giving out your address and shit. These people who I attacked online, you realise they're part of the massive, most incredibly large satanic group on this earth, and I've just caught them out. So remind your children about that, anyone out there, and anyone who's got kids, remind them of that as well. Kind of thing. Or remind your mum and dad of it. That's what I did. Nevertheless, no one bothered to notice what I did at all, apart from the obvious people. And anyone else who had a slight clue just didn't want to know. And yes, the more they knew of who I busted and what I did, the more they wanted to shut me up, strangely enough. And they weren't even part of it themselves. Weren't even part of any fucking satanic group or anything like that. Just full on narcs. And that's what it all boils down to, that energy, that shitty fucking consciousness of fear, guilt and shame. That's what it's founded on, yeah? This old energy, that's right, old energy. And it's dated and it's shit, run out of time, and it has no prospects whatsoever, apart from being a laughing stock at how shit it was. And I don't have anything to worry about, see, people. So, I don't give a shit what you fucking think. Sorry about swearing. It's Monday, innit? It's Monday.